The National Robotics Competition in Atlanta, which I had the pleasure of attending with you, that was just so, it was overwhelming to me to see young people building robots to do certain tasks in a competitive, and to see, I mean, hundreds and hundreds of kids. That had to have had some impact on your excitement for what you want to do in the future.
Yeah, I mean, the Nationals really changed my point of view. It helped a lot. The building the robot itself was fun. Stressful but fun.
Right.
It's a lot of work.
But you know, learning doesn't occur. Learning occurs through mistakes.
Yeah.
So again, you all did a wonderful job at the National Robotics Competition.
I've been a part of the swimming team, the track team, the cross country team, and the lacrosse team. Like I said, this year.
With the swimming team, did you swim this past year?
Yes, sir.
How's the new aquatic center?
The aquatic center is great now. It's an Olympic-sized pool, right?
Yep.
Yep. It's.
I haven't been in it since the opening day, so.
It's actually a wonderful facility. They have two different pools. One, is it 3 or 2?
3. Well, there's a hydrotherapy pool.
Right, and then a children pool. And they also have a hot tub.
Okay, hot tub. That's what the hydrotherapy is.
And it's a pretty state-of-the-art facility.
So how has your extracurriculars affected you in your time here or moving forward?
Well, I know that I built lasting friendships on the cross-country team, track team, lacrosse team, and the cross-country team actually was citywide champions last year.
Right.
And swimming team were the citywide champs because we're kind of the only DC public school with a creditable swimming team. So I definitely think that it gave me a lot of school pride. It taught me a lot about teamwork and responsibility.
Okay. Mark?
I've also have done swim team and first robotics. I think the activities have influenced me the most when it comes down to what I want to do when I get older have been robotics, the ACE group, which is architecture, construction, engineering, and also the Science Bowl. They motivate me to go into a career in engineering because they were able to give me like first-hand experience of what people who are in that field do for a living.
Yeah, because I never, a long time ago, we never had those experiences, and to see you having those experiences and allowing you to choose and see that firsthand has just been amazing to me. So we have a lot of great things going on. And the other thing that extracurriculars did for me is it structured my time. I found that when I was out of season or not doing something, I had more time, but I wasted it and I didn't do as well academically. And I think the other thing that it taught me was leadership skills and team building skills of how to work as a member of a team. And that's important in life in today's economic world. I mean, we're a global society now. I've got to tell you that over the last 2 years, I've been real impressed with the 5 of you, but you're representative of the school as a whole. As you know, I'm the data guru. As I've looked at data over the course of the last 2 years, that I've seen a significant increase in the number of students on honor roll and achieving above a 2.0. We had $19.8 million in scholarship money last year. I think it's going to go above that this year. We increased the number of AP tests taken this year by 102 over last year, which was already 1,073. So, and the number of students achieving a 3.45, which is passing, has actually increased a percentage. So, all the data that I see, all the numbers show me what you have done, the impact and the legacy that you're going to leave at Wilson. As we leave this building to go to UDC for 1 year, and when we come back, we'll be in our 75th year of Wilson High School. That's going to be a neat thing, and I'm hoping you'll be able to come back for that at some point and to celebrate the legacy of Wilson, because Wilson has a deep-rooted tradition. I meet more alumni from Wilson who are just so proud of being from this school and have attended this school. Like I said the other night, we had the 75th year or anniversary kickoff, and a lot of alumni were there. And people just beam because of their experience at Wilson. I know that you're going to go off to college and school and life and be successful people in our community. And it's just been a privilege and a pleasure to have served you for the last 2 years as your principal. What questions do you have for me?
What did you do before you became principal of Wilson?
Okay, this is my 24th year in education. Before I became the principal of Wilson, I was the director of school performance in Montgomery County, which I supervised 33 schools, 4 high schools, 5 middle schools, 20-some elementary. And I basically sat in a room all day in meetings with adults, and I hated it. Before that, I was a high school principal at Watkins Mill High School, Montgomery County. I was a middle school principal. I was in Greensboro, North Carolina as an administrator. And prior to that, I was in Charlottesville, Virginia as a teacher. I taught health and phys ed. I taught preschool physically handicapped children as well as high school students. And I coached football, wrestling, and track, and I was an athletic director. So I had a wide range of responsibilities, but really have never loved doing anything more than I do being the principal at Wilson.
What did you look forward to most coming to Wilson?
What did I, again, when I was applying for the job and when I got the job and I was learning about Wilson, it seemed like every time I met someone or ran this, there was some connection to Wilson. They were their alumni, they had a brother that went here, their father went here, and everyone just talked about this school with pride. And I was just intrigued by that. I knew that it was a place that had talented students and just wanted to be a part of that and try to do what I could to make this place a little bit better for all students.
What's the best memory you'll keep from this year?
Gosh, there's so many. Well, again, a recent memory is that we had a wonderful prom Saturday night, and after the prom, the banquet manager came up to me. He goes, "This was the most respectful, well-behaved group I've ever worked with." And he said he worked with college students and other high schools, and he says there wasn't an issue here, and that made me proud. But there's lots of things that I've done. I mean, I love the homecoming when we dress up. I loved going to New York with our ham and wisp kids and sharing. My favorite part of the day is at the beginning of the day when we're greeting you at the door and at lunch, because I get to talk with you. I get to find out things about you, and so that's what I'll miss the most about you. But maybe in another way, that's my favorite time of the day.
What do you want to see change in the next couple of years the most?
What I'd like to see, obviously, the building has to change. This building's 74 years old, and it's nice, and we try to keep it clean. But what I would like to see is there is a huge achievement gap between our African American and Latino students compared to our white and Asian students. And I believe that all students can learn and all students can be successful. And right now, not every student in this building is being successful. And I think it's our job as the adults to find out what we have to do to make it successful for all students. I don't want the students who are already successful to be any less successful. I want to push everyone up. But we still have a number of students who aren't meeting basic requirements. And I believe they can, and we have an obligation as the adult professionals to make that happen for our kids. And I think we're getting there. I think the numbers are going in our direction. I'm seeing more students being successful. Our attendance rates are going up. But again, I want to eliminate. I don't want to. People want to say I want to cut or reduce the achievement gap. I want to eliminate it. What color hair did I used to have? Blonde. So yeah, those are questions you won't ask.
Thanks again for being here with us today, Mr. Cahall, and thanks for watching Fast Chat.